Welcome. I am going to be making vanilla extract. I bought some Madagascar vanilla beans from Vanilla Bean King. It's an 8-ounce package. There's quite a few in here. Let's find out how many. Ooh, it smells delicious. Oh my gosh, can you smell it? You have to smell that. Look at that. There's a lot of beans here. And they're pliable, they're a little oily. They're perfect, absolutely perfect for what we're gonna do. And that's make vanilla bean extract. So what we need to do first is take our beans and we're gonna slice them open so we can expose the seeds, the caviar, the paste, whatever you wanna call it. I'm gonna take my knife. It's so easy to slice them. You just go down each bean, slice them open. Now I have two kinds of alcohol I bought. So to make vanilla extract, you can use bourbon, rum. Most people use vodka. So I like rum. And I did buy some rum and I did buy some Tito's vodka. So I had already made a batch of the vodka and we found these really cool mason jars from Ball, and if you can see the beans floating around in there, just made them about half an hour ago. I did a video and it was really sucky because it was my first one, so I'm redoing it and hopefully it's a lot better and a lot quicker. We also bought some amber colored beer bottles, so there's some beans in there. Has a nice flip top. In this batch, I am going to be doing the rum and some more vodka. I'm just cutting these open, and then it exposes, like I said, the seeds. If you can see there. It's gonna soak up all that alcohol to make our vodka. To make vodka, to make our vanilla extract. We had to go buy alcohol because we don't really drink, very rarely. But my son, he makes an amazing old-fashioned. And if you want to know how to make that, there's a video on my YouTube channel on how to make a great old Wisconsin old-fashioned. Now to make the vanilla extract, you're going to use 1 ounce of vanilla beans to 8 ounces of alcohol. I had a really smaller knife, but it was pretty dull, so I had to get a steak knife. So I've made some fun videos. Like I said, I made a video of making an old-fashioned. I've made a few fishing videos because I love to fish. We go fishing in Canada every year. I love to fly fish. So I've made some fun videos, family gathering type stuff. So this Christmas, my kids bought me this camera stand with the circle light. So it's the first time I'm using it, and I'm hoping it turns out okay so I can make some more videos. That was loud. So we're gonna take one of our bottles and we're going to pour some Captain Morgan white rum. If you're gonna use rum, use the white rum. And we're gonna put 8 ounces in. We do have a funnel. It's kind of nice to have, although my measuring cup pours really well. Alright, so I want to show you, this is a 12-ounce beer bottle and it only came to here. So I'm going to put in another probably 3 ounces because this bottle didn't take 4 full ounces. So I wanted to keep a little room at the top. So I'm going to probably put another 3 ounces in. Right there. See, this works just as fine as the funnel. There. Now that came to there, so, I'm gonna put another ounce in. See how far it goes. Yeah, no, it's probably like 3.5 ounces. I just want to keep a little room there because I have to put the beans in. So first I'm going to do 1 ounce of beans. And it's usually about 7 of these beans for an ounce. That's too much. I'm sorry, I have to, we just bought this. Digital scale. But it goes between grams, ounces, and some other type of measurement. So I needed to make sure it was on ounces. Well, that stinks. My scale is acting up. So let's just give it a break and let's do some more slicing of the beans while I let that recalibrate. Yeah, these beans are really easy to slice up. I'm gonna have to cut them in half, so you can do that as well. Because when you're making this and putting it in jars, you need to make sure that the beans are all covered with the alcohol you use. That's frustrating. Well, we'll keep slicing beans. But I know from making 5 containers of the alcohol, it's 7 beans per 8 ounces. So that's what I'm just gonna start doing while I'm waiting for this silly digital kitchen scale to figure itself out. So we're gonna take the bottle that I put the rum in. I'm gonna stick these down in there. Now these are gonna sit well, that was interesting. I gotta dump some alcohol out. See, last time I did this, when I did my other video, I put the beans in first, which I should have done again. There. It'll work. It'll be fine. The alcohol's up to here. I put the 7 beans in. I'll let you know how it tastes in a year. There we go. Well, it looks like my scale's down to 0. I'm not gonna touch it, but I'm gonna try and put some beans on it. But that is literally how easy that is. You have to shake these daily, every other day, once a week. Shake frequently. If you're using a clear glass, you want to keep it in a dark place. If you are just going to have them out on your counter or where there's more light or there gets sun, you're going to want to use these amber colored bottles. They make other shapes. All right. There we go. 1 ounce. So here's another ounce of beans. This one has 6. But I got, this one's really pretty thick. And so is this one. So that's why I don't have 7. 6 of them came to 1 ounce. So we're gonna cut these up. I'm gonna put the beans in first this time. And the rum. Pour it in. Now we'll do the 3. another one. So we'll do, there we go, that was perfect. So we're gonna do a half an ounce more because I added more alcohol. 3 beans, half an ounce, perfect. Cut them in half so they are submerged in the alcohol. Ooh. Let's see how far that got up. That is like right there. So we're good. We'll leave it at that. You know how easy that is. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. I'm gonna do some more. Weigh them. Perfect. Okay, this has 6.2. 6 springs. Again, we're going to put these in first and not make the mistake I did before where the alcohol was going to overflow. But again, it's 1 ounce of beans to 8 ounces of alcohol. And I know I do a half. I'm doing 1.5 ounces for these brown bottles. So I'm gonna fill it with alcohol. The rum. I wanna see how the vanilla with the rum tastes. It's supposed to be sweeter and have more flavor, but we shall find out in a year or so. Another 4 ounces. Vanilla beans, they're Madagascar. They're from Vanilla Bean King. I'm not getting paid for this. I'm just saying these are really good beans. They're bendable. They should be pliable. They have this like kind of oily feel. You can see my fingers are all full of bean paste. And they're just perfect and they smell delicious. 1 ounce of beans to 8 ounces of alcohol. Vodka seems to be the go-to for a lot of people. I did make some vodka and I just made the rum and I'm gonna finish that up. Thanks for watching and have a great day, everyone.